Some viewers may find this content disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Who dares awaken me from my slumber? Blender Wizard, this is a welcoming surprise to see you here in the Fox Den. This must mean it is time once again for Midnight Lycanthropy here on StarFox Radio. Yet, before we head out, please excuse me while I feed. Much better. The thirst is so overwhelming sometimes. I can't control myself or my urges. Yet now, my creatures of the night, I am fully charged and ready to hunt the Dogman. So without further ado, it is time for Blender Wizard and I to take a walk into the darkness. We've always been told wolves attacking humans are a very rare occurrence. Well then, as we venture through some of these very strange and eerie, fatal attacks by these unknown creatures, fast forward, we understand now there are dogmen on the loose. Rewind to 1920. This theory and this knowledge probably was not properly presented to individuals. I would like to thank everybody for again tuning in to StarFox Radio. This is, of course, your host from the North American Dogman Project. So, buckle up and get ready to head out on another Dogman expedition. You are in good hands, so there is no need to fear, because here on StarFox Radio, Midnight Lycanthropy, and at the North American Dogman Project, we deal with fact and not fiction. There will be no creepypastas here. So, let's get ready to head to Blender Wizard's neck of the woods. It is so cold up there, but luckily for me, I feel no cold. I will see you very soon once we arrive. 1780, Ontario, Canada. John Pencil is on the run after his brother Henry in Tyrone County, New York. Now, he has found himself in the wilderness of Canada, and while on the run, Pencil was seen getting grabbed and attacked 2 times by enormous jet black wolves. But luckily for him, local indigenous people in the area heard his screams and decided they would save the man from the strange beasts. Shortly after finding out he had his brother, he was expelled from the native village for being a sign of bad omens to come, and was sent back on his way into the surrounding wilderness. Almost immediately upon leaving the village, the same strange, enormous wolves were seen lurking, waiting for Pencil, and viciously tearing him to pieces. Except this time, the natives stood there and watched. 1880, the idyllic Nahanni National Park, Northwest Territories, Canada. A large number of prospectors arrive and begin searching the area for gold and treasure. The local Native American Dene tribe warns these men of mysterious beings that live in this valley and that it's not safe to go there. Deciding not to heed the Dene's warnings, the treasure hunters set off into the vast wilderness in an attempt to find their fortune. 1908, Frank and Willie McLeod mysteriously disappear while prospecting near an area of the Canadian wilderness known as the 200-Mile Gorge. A year later, a short distance from Virginia Falls, the mangled remains and headless corpses of the 2 men were found in some dense underbrush. A decade later, another man named Martin Horsian ventured into the Nahanni Valley, only himself to never return and eventually be found torn to shreds with his head ripped clean off. The local Dene tribe lay blame solely on the mysterious, beastly-like creatures that have the animalistic tendencies that live in the valley, telling the explorers that they must heed their warnings and stay away, for this is why we have named this area the Headless Valley, and there are many bad things that lurk down there. April 1840, Coleman, Canada. Near the Michigan border, the 8-year-old son of Ebenezer Farley was presumed lost in the wilderness. A search party is dispersed, and all that is found of Farley's son was torn clothing, large pools of blood, and a few badly mangled body parts. 1841, Caledon, Ontario, Canada. 13-year-old Tommy Spears is helping his father work on a relative's new log cabin. After his help is no longer needed, Tommy is told he can walk home alone, but he's never seen again. All they ever find of the poor boy is one shoe between the 2 houses. It is presumed Tommy was by strange, enormous wolves that had been seen lurking, howling, and stalking the area the previous night. October 27th, 1856, Mornington Township, Perth County, Ontario, Canada. 2 women leave home early in the morning, but they never return. The next day, a search party finds the bones and the bloody, mangled corpses of the 2 women. laying near very abnormally large wolf tracks. Later that day, another villager mysteriously goes missing, and his corpse was found 10 days later, again with enormous wolf prints all around the body. March 16th, 1923, Saskatchewan province in Canada. Carl Lynn, a World War II vet and one of the best trappers in the whole entire country, is found torn to pieces by Cree Lake. A group of extremely enormous and strange-looking deceased wolves were also found nearby. Lynn's clothing looked to have been completely torn off, and his destroyed gun was also found by what was left of his remains. April 1922, Fisher River near Lake Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Ben Cochran is reported missing. A search party is sent out and comes across the grisly scene of a man so badly torn to pieces that there is no way to identify who he is. Terminology from World War II would be FUBAR. All the search party could find was the broken buttstock of his rifle and enormous canine-like wolf tracks all around the area. Strangely, when Ben Cochran turns up safe and in good spirits on March 18th, 1922, the police begin scratching their head and wondering to themselves, well, who the was this other man we found? Unfortunately for the deceased individual, he was never able to be identified. Now, we're going to give the mic over to the one and only Blender Wizard, a really good friend of mine. He's been kind enough to come on this journey. Well, to be honest with you, I guess, since I did come up to his neck of the woods, maybe it was I who was kind enough. Either way, let's get it in.
Hello everybody, this is BW and I will be your narrator today in collaboration with StarFox Media. 1940, New Brunswick, Canada. Two brothers were up early in the morning checking their father's trap points. On the way home, the boys stopped to sneak a cigarette, and as they were occupied with this activity, they see what initially looks like a large bear loping towards them. It wasn't until they saw the creature standing up on two legs and starting to walk towards them that the boys realized this was a giant German Shepherd-looking creature, with long human-like arms, pointed ears, and bright glowing eyes. The creature sniffed the air in disgust at the smell of the cigarettes before sneezing, turning around, and swiftly running into the forest.
Blender, my dude, I think I've had enough of the cold for the moment, but I'm glad I could assist you with some Dogman information. I will be back to your neck of the woods very soon. So, I do hope, until next time, you stay safe out there. Thank you for everyone who stopped by the Fox Den tonight to hang out with myself and Blender Wizard for this epic episode of Midnight Lycanthropy. If you do enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, and share it. Feed the algorithm just like I must feed. Until next time, stay safe out there. Be good people and realize there are monsters that go bump in the night.